In today's latest installment of the internet's bad guy of the week, it's a content creator. And anytime a content creator is the bad dude of the week on the internet, most people would like to assume that they touch kids. And as much as we would all like to assume that a content creator is in a scandal because they tried dropping a 30-point triple-double on a 14-year-old, this time it was on a full-grown adult. Except it was unconsensual. Well, you see, guys, popular Twitch streamer and content creator Mizkif has gone under fire recently for allegedly harassing, assaulting, blackmailing, and sexually assaulting another popular Twitch streamer, Emiru.
I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done.
Now, before I even say anything on the subject matter, this girl, Emiru, really needs a break. Like, literally a couple days ago, she was just attacked by a dude at TwitchCon at her meet and greet. And now she's coming out that her ex-boyfriend allegedly did all this crazy shit to her. Like, dude, seriously, give her a Kit Kat and a Snickers bar. She needs a break from all this. This is insane. Now, back to the main topic. I just want to provide some context to this whole situation. These things that Mizkif allegedly did to Emiru happened years ago, and the only reason why Emiru is coming out about it now is because apparently Mizkif told one of Emiru's employees at TwitchCon that if Emiru were to ever go after him, then he would go absolutely nuclear on her and ruin her life. And apparently she heard that and decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna let all of our business out in front of everybody.
Yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this because I can't hold on to it any longer because it feels wrong to do so. And an honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused. At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me.
And in all honesty, you really just have to respect it. Like, she got threatened in front of her face, and instead of cowering in fear and keeping silent, she decided to just throw up the ultimate wind-up middle finger in front of Mizkif's face and said, you know what? Let's do it. I got nothing to fucking hide. Now, there's a plethora of allegations against Mizkif, and it's really long, so I'm gonna try and keep it short. So essentially, back in 2022, Emiru and Mizkif used to date each other, and apparently throughout this relationship with each other, this dude Mizkif did a lot of crazy shit. Like, Emiru tells a story about apparently when Emiru and Mizkif were in the car driving, this dude almost killed both of them because he was jealous that he wasn't in a Mr. Beast video.
And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour. And like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us. And this wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video. And Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
I don't know what tier or realm of dick sucking and jealousy that even reaches, but that's gotta be in the upper echelons of it. Because what the fuck do you mean you're willing to kill yourself over a Mr. Beast video? Like, this is what I mean when I say that money doesn't unlame people, bro. Because this dude's already a millionaire. He's got tons of fame and clout. And this dude is jealous over a Mr. Beast video. I keep saying it, but genuinely, what the fuck? Like, you cannot be this insecure about yourself, my man. Like, that's just sad, man. Holy. This dude's also apparently an abuser as well. Emiru tells a story about how Mizkif literally gave her a black eye because he threw a phone at her face.
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruise very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah.
Not only is he lame and sad, he's also a bitch, a pussy, and a coward. Like, I don't think I need to get on here and say why that's bad. You know, I'm pretty sure domestic violence is pretty shunned again. I don't think you need me to come on here and say, don't hit women, that's not what we used to do. Like, we all know it's disgusting, okay? Like, we can get into the next point. But before we move on, I just want to say this one thing. Not saying you should, like, hurt your significant other, but if you're going to, don't be a bitch about it. Like, if you're already pussy enough to hit a woman, don't be pussy enough to throw objects at her, you fucking wimp. Use your hands like a fucking man. Like, again, don't hit women. That's bad. I don't condone it. But if you're going to, don't be a pussy and be like, water bottles, phones, socks. Be a man and throw a haymaker. Like, this isn't Angry Birds, motherfucker. Use your hand. Again, domestic violence is bad. Never do that. Never be an abuser. Don't hit women. Okay. Quick question out there for all you fellas out there. Have you ever lost a baddie and you were so down bad for her, you were willing to do whatever it takes to get her back? Yeah, well, Mizkif is like the ultimate version of that. This dude was down bad as fuck. Like, this girl Emiru on stream pulled up like 40 plus messages and calls in a row of Mizkif trying to contact her after they broke up. Now look, guys, in this certain scenario, is it bad? Yes. Do I condone this? No. Do I understand him? Yeah. It's like, let's just be honest, you guys. Take one look at Mizkif and then take one look at Emiru and you'll realize that Emiru is like an S tier and this motherfucker Mizkif is like a triple F. Like, me personally, if I fumbled that, I wouldn't do what Mizkif did, but I'd understand. Like, in all honesty, if I fumbled somebody like that, I don't know what I'd do. I know I wouldn't be like Mizkif and message her 40 goddamn times, but I'd be down bad. I won't lie though, 40 times is nefarious. After the 5th one, I'm like, all right, she don't want me, I'm done. Like, there comes a certain point where you just end up looking pathetic, man. Like, bro, this is what I'm saying, dude. So many men just forget what it's like to have self-respect. Now, obviously, Mizkif's a bitch, so I understand why he did it, but it's just like, dude, how much lower can you really go? How much more pathetic could you look as a man? This dude would also stalk her as well.
Time where the tension in the house was so unbearable that I would sneak into Esfan's house. Esfan didn't know why I was doing this. He saw me a couple times. I'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna go take a nap in your guest room. He'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But eventually, he figured out where I was going and he would go over to Esfan's house to keep telling me all.
This dude, Mizkif, must think that we live in the 1930s or some shit. Like, have you ever asked your grandparents how they met and it's always like the most horrific story you ever heard in your entire life? Like, oh yeah, I was 13 and your grandpa was 32, and anytime we were in the little farm, he would always follow me around everywhere until I couldn't say no to him. What the fuck, grandma? Like, oh hell no. That is Mizkif, dude. This dude thinks that if he just keeps asking, it'll work. What? No, like, that's not how that works anymore, bro. That method's been patched, bro. This is a new meta. But now let's go on to, like, in my opinion, the biggest allegation towards him. And before I even tell you what it is, I want to give a little pop quiz to all the dudes watching this right now. Let's say, this is a hypothetical scenario, you just broke up with your girlfriend and you decide to go visit her at her house. And when you walk in, she's literally crying, bawling in front of your eyes, incoherent, okay? And so I'm gonna ask this question to all you dudes right now. Is what the first thing you're gonna do when you see that is go up to her and try to make out with her ferociously and then climb on top of her and then stick your hands deep into her fucking pants. Is that your first instinct? No, I didn't think so. But you know whose first instinct that was, though? Mizkif!
And, I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And, I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, And, instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying.
Yeah, he did that shit. And look, I'm not even gonna say allegedly for this part anymore because the dude quite literally admitted to doing it.
We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food. And then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
I don't know, maybe I can't read body language, but like, if a woman was literally having a nervous breakdown in front of me, I don't think the first thing that I'm thinking is my dick is hard. Like, you know what? Like, I'm never looking at a woman in distress and thinking she needs my dick right now. Like, dude, what? Like, what even goes through your head to think that that was the appropriate response to deal with the situation? Mizkif is a piece of shit. I don't even care if somehow, some way he escapes from this whole thing and some of these things that have been alleged against him are untrue. He is already a confirmed piece of shit. Because in the past, Mizkif quite literally tried to cover up a sexual assault. That's a whole other situation. If you want to watch videos about that, they're out there. But we all just seem to kind of forget about it, and I have no idea why. Like, I've been a Mizkif hater ever since that happened, and I wasn't able to talk about it when it first came out because I didn't make content at the time. But now I can confidently come out and say that Mizkif is a bitch, a pussy, and he's everything that I despise in a content creator. And also, because of this whole Mizkif situation, another content creator by Kuko came in on Twitter and also said that Mizkif allegedly essayed her as well. Basically, the story goes, she was really drunk at his house and she went to go to sleep, and apparently Mizkif came up to her and started undressing her and started like trying to fuck her, and it happened. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if you think that having sex with someone while they're drunk is consensual, it's really not. Like, that is unconsensual sex. They are not in the right mindset to consent, dude. It's like the same thing as roofing somebody's drink. Because at the end of the day, alcohol is a drug that alters your mindset. Now, Mizkif saw all this, right? And the way he decided to respond was like in the worst way possible. Like, Mizkif saw all of these allegations, and the way he decided to respond to it was he admitted to a lot of the damning shit, and then just said that Emiru, like, pet rabbit died and that she threw clothes and plushies at him.
Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others, who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible, and my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
I'm not bullshitting. Mizkif thinks Emiru's fucking Hassan or something. Like, homie just threw up a picture of a dirty cage and just said, yeah, she was abusing her rabbits, while not admitting that he also lived in the fucking house when she owned these rabbits. So, like, also in this case, aren't you also responsible for the death of these rabbits?
I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
Like, yes. So because Emiru was throwing plushies and clothes at you, that gives you the right to throw a phone and water bottles and punch holes in the wall. Yeah, no, that makes sense, dude. Like, this has to be a troll, bro. There's no way you thought this would work. And then, bro, comes out and says this.
There is no holding back. Who cares anymore? I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known, and it is time to go full demon time. You clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon. I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear, and that is exactly what I said, and that is what's going to happen. Because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry, I don't. Go after me all you want. I have nothing to lose.
Oh yeah, nah, he's guilty as fuck. I don't care. Hopefully this whole situation can remove Mizkif from every single platform he's on, and he gets deplatformed, because I've been saying that he should have been deplatformed since literally 2022. Like, he's a bad dude. And I just want to take this time to mention that people like Mizkif, he's not the only one. Like, most of the creators that you think are super innocent, funny, nice, and kind on the surface are actually the Satan incarnate behind the scenes. Like, the shit that I know and other people know about certain content creators is fucking insane. The truth will always come out eventually, but that's just kind of the reason why I don't feel comfortable in associating with a lot of content creators. I personally just can't trust them because, dude, the track record of these content creators are not good. Now, obviously, everything that I said here is ongoing and alleged, so I don't get sued. Matter of fact, I don't think I need to say that, because I'm pretty sure bro just admitted to all of it. Obviously, all respect goes to Emiru in this situation. Like, I think it's really strong that she's able to even share this story. And to all the people that would be like, well, why didn't she talk about it earlier? Go fuck yourself. People like you are the reason why sexual assault victims don't come out their story anyway in the first place, okay? Because I don't want to hear that shit. And all my hatred goes to Mizkif, because fuck him. Even ignoring all the shit that happened now, he's still a piece of shit. Now, after all this, guys, I will be fair. As much as Mizkif is a horrible piece of shit, Emiru is not a good person either. Like, the people that she associates with and hangs around with are extremely problematic, and she literally abuses animals. Like, say what you guys want about the rabbit shit. I know I'm kind of saying that Mizkif is also responsible for it as well, but she is too. My point being is, if everyone a couple weeks ago is gonna go crazy over the Hassan dog shot caller thing, then people need to also hold Emiru accountable for the way that she handled her pet rabbits. She did not take care of them as she was supposed to, and they were neglected and they were abused.
Here is a video up close of Emiru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't.
Now, that does not mean that what happened to her was even remotely okay, because it wasn't, but we also need to recognize that she isn't all perfectly in the right as well. Is she a victim? Yes. Is she innocent of any wrongdoings? No. I mean, you guys saw that cage. It looks fucking disgusting. So while yes, I do agree that Mizkif is a horrible human being and he deserves not to be on the platform, Emiru is not absolved from every wrongdoing that she's ever done. She's not innocent of everything. Just remember that, okay? But anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. Please join my Discord. Read a lot of fun stuff down there. And yeah, follow me on Instagram and TikTok at TheAngryAsian69. But I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Stay strong, stay safe, and stay happy. Peace!